Okay, guys, I am so sorry for being late. I think we can start now. Who is this one that dashed me money before we start? Thank you. All right, so good evening, everyone. Let's just greet some people that are available already. Go and tell them that we started. Though this material is not long, we should be able to cover it tonight before 11, so that there will be nothing left undone by 11 tonight. Tell them that we started. Let them join. Most of them don't know yet, so let's inform them in the group and everywhere. And if it hasn't started on your own end, don't worry, you will join us soon. It will start very soon. Okay, I hope Mr. Case, you are welcome, and every other person that is here already. Let me greet some people before we start. The material is not that long, so I know we'll finish it. I have Bella Friday. You are welcome. Onyinye Abi Onyinjien or something. Sorry, Samuel. We have Jane Udo. Kenechukwu dash me morning. God bless you. We have Heritage. The way you spell your heritage is customized. Well done, Madam Heritage. Good evening. We have Kenechukwu. You are welcome. I think it's Kenechukwu that dashed me morning just now. Thank you. Florence is here. Mr. Case is here. My major man. Thank you for all you do always. Timothy is here. And we have, is it Chukwu Noye Ozoba? God. And I love Igbo people. I don't know how to call their names. Like Esther Chidi, you are here. James Jeremiah, well done, sir. Welcome tonight. Joseph Christopher. James Olufumi. Fatima is here. And Blessing is here. All right, and quite a lot of people that are here. You are all welcome. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Don't forget the first thing, give the video a thumbs up before you end the chat. Now let's go to business. I believe this thing must be showing by now. I want to seriously believe, thank God it's showing. So let's go straight to business. It's just a material of about 130 pages, and if you remove all the irrelevancies, we have just like 100 pages to read. I don't think that should give us any issue. Let me bring it up a bit so that it's going to show. How is the exam going, or how has it been going? The one writing is none shocking you, or you are the one shocking none? Have you been telling none that, oh, I'm a bright student, or none is telling you that you never see anything? Which side you dey? Is it you never see anything, or none is shocked? Welcome, my class captain Sule Grace. Somebody is already complaining of network, but I'm not sure anything is wrong with my network at the moment. I'm not sure. I think my network is okay. If you are having issue with it, should be from your side. It's shocking. Okay. That is true. I can notice it here too. That is hanging already. You know it's raining almost every. I just pray this will reconnect quickly. So, this is very bad. Though. Okay, I think the network should be back by now. So let's get to business. In joking and playing, let's get to real business while we are here. I believe my network is far better now. Okay, so guys, go because though it's a GSC course, but it's generally teaching you about this school you are attending called NOUN, NOUN. So this school has its own system that is very system you have been used to. So many of you to university before, you've graduated, some of you have served before, you are just pursuing a second degree for one thing or the other. So the system you is that of the conventional setting. In the lecture hall, you meet with your course mates, you stay in the hostel and everything. But this school is different because, except for exam, nothing is likely going to join you together with your course mate. So how do you cope? There is a need to teach you how to survive in the school. Well, I'm going to tell you guys that I have purpose. Go and read this NOU 107. Like, let's leave the fact that you want to pass exam now. Even after exam, try to carry it. It's a course that if you read it, no come to you and be telling you no. You will know everything you need to know about the school from this course. That is the first thing you need to know. So this is a course that shows you this is what NOUN means, that is known. This is how it started. This is the mode of operation. This is what they do. This is how they do it. This is when they do it. That is all the course is about. Tonight we'll be talking about Module 1, Introduction to Open and Distance. The full meaning of ODL is Open and Distance. To start from there, because this course is full of abbreviation. Even the exam is full of abbreviation, even in exam, so you should be ready. Excuse me for 1 minute. I want to ask you guys a question. Let's use this one to warm our body. So I've not seen Big Eva and Dora. What's wrong? It's I don't know what's wrong, but they are not in class. Big Eva and Dora. Oh, my network. What did we do today? I don't really know. Because of the rain or what? It seems it's the rain that is the issue. Okay, but I think it's getting better. So we'll be talking about Introduction to Open and Distance Learning, ODL system, and then the history of the open and distance learning, characteristics in the open and distance learning, then the study skills, speaking, reading, writing, and study strategies. Then Module 3, assessment and evaluation modes in open and distance learning, how they assess you, like your continuous assessment, your examination, and practicum and assignment, and the rest of them. Then we'll talk about the learner support services. I would like us to start from Module 2 for a reason. I want us to go and read everything in Module 2 for a reason. After Module 2, we will take Module 3, then we'll go back to Module 1. Don't mind me the way I want to take the reading. There is a reason for that. Okay, so I think we're already in Module 2. I don't think so. This must be part of Module 1. No, this is not Module 2. Okay, we've entered Module 2. Good, Module 2. This is where we're starting from tonight. I hope my network is... this is so bad. Please see relates to me. Is it clear now? Can you see me now? Okay, open distance learning, open and distance learning. It's the way that we just have to try our best to make sure we find our way through. Now, studies for the distance learner. What are the skills you will need as a distance learner, as somebody attending NOU or studying in the open distance learning? You will need listening, you will need speaking, you will need reading skills, writing skills, then study strategies. Now, most of you have been complaining, how do I read for exam? Why is the NOU system is hard? From this part tonight, especially under study strategies, you will learn that every reader must find his or her own strategy. Every learner in a setting must develop his or her own study strategy. The reason is that most of you are from different backgrounds, work environment, like so many occupation status that we have. Some of you are combining family and work together. So it's not like when we have everybody in the hostel, we know that all of you here, you are for school. You are here, nothing else is bothering you, you are just in school. But in the case of ODL, you cannot be comparing yourself to, for instance, or kids to take care of. You have work, you have husband, and somebody, the only work he or she has is just to wash plates in the house because they are still feeding that person. Now you now want to adopt the same reading strategy. You have an issue. That is why in ODL, everyone must develop or adopt his own study strategy. You will study yourself, how fast you can grab. Another factor that affects that is that because we've left school for long. You are just coming back now to it again. So you can't be comparing yourself to some students that just finished secondary school last year and their brain is still hot. So every learner will his own strategy. We adopt his own strategy. That blurry screen, I think, is from my network. Please, let's be taking it like that. So let's excuse me, is considered to be the first of the four basic language skills. The first thing we need to learn there is that we have four basic assume. We have speaking, reading, and writing. Those are the four basic language skills. So we can say we have this is my network. What kind of country are we in? This is rubbish. So once rain fall like this, that is all. Network, boom. Okay, I think the network is back. I think it's back now. Okay. So we can say LSRW. LSRW. LS. Can you try under the reading basic language skills? It is an activity we perform daily, which involves receiving sounds through the ears and processing it into meaningful bits. When we listen, it is not only the ears that are at work, but the brain too. So your brain is part of your listening faculties. So when we receive sounds through our ears, our brain converts these messages for proper assimilation and understanding. Can you think of situations where you have listened? Of course, you listen in the classroom when lectures are ongoing, or to your course mates when you are having a group discussion. This network is oh goodness. It's too bad. It's too bad. And I don't know if Glow will be okay. Probably I should switch to Glow. I don't know. All of them too. Let's just be chopping this empty and small. Okay, so or you listen to your course mates when you are having group or class discussion. You also listen to your parents, siblings, and friends at home, and many other people you meet every day. Often, we interchange listening with hearing. But while both words may have similar or common grounds for understanding, they are primarily different. Hearing is the most basic level. Ears, the most basic level of the use of the ears. Hearing. Once a sound is made, your ears will likely be able to pick it. So once a sound is made, your ears will likely be able to pick it, and that is hearing. But that is far different from listening. It involves a simple physical act of sound filtering into our ears automatically as long as there are no hearing impairment, while listening is a more intense and mental activity whereby meaning is assigned to the sound received by the brain. If you are attending a class and all you are doing is you are hearing, then you are not in that class. It requires you to listen. A class requires you to listen, to listen. So you need more than hearing to be able to attend a class successfully. Now, this means that listening will entail much more than simply hearing, but also a concentrated effort to assimilate and to. Hearing is said to be physiological. I think I answered this question in my set. Hearing is said to be physiological. A physiological is passive and physical. It is passive and physical. While listening is a cognitive process, it is active and mental. That is mental, like you say. So hearing is passive and physical. Cognitive is a cognitive process, and it requires activeness and engaging the mental oblongata, that is your brain. Now, as a student, you should strive to be a good listener, as your success will hinge on it. You are expected to listen with rapt attention to all cues, both verbal and non-verbal, and remember always that your main objective of listening is to comprehend what you are hearing. Yes. One, a sound is made, your ear picks it any minute to you. But when you listen, the sound that your ears hears will make a meaning. That okay, that sound means danger, or that sound means peace, or it means that. All right, so let's go to the main content. Listening as an essential study skill. Well, in ODA, you will need the knowledge of listening. Very important, because you actually can't do without it, let's say. Now, listening as an essential study skill. Listening is one in your study. It is in fact an essential part of your daily activity as a student. Listening is considered to be your primary medium of learning, because you have to listen to lectures. This question, I don't know whether it's CMA or I don't know. It's not. There was a question like that says listening is considered to be dash of learning because you listen to lectures. All right, let's test ourselves and see what we get. So, your unique situation as an open and distance learner means you could listen to your lectures through a variety of resources. You could listen on an online virtual classroom. You could listen to a tape recorder or a radio or television, etc. Major ways. There are two major ways we listen. You can listen in general or for specific purposes. You either listen in general or you listen for specific purposes. I hope you guys are online. Make sure you are attending those. You are attempting those questions we are dropping. Don't worry, the network keep fluctuating, but we overcome it. Let it keep going and coming. So long as it's not logging us out, it's okay. It's back now. What we are 107. Somebody is saying just 103. It is just 107, not just 103. So list the two. Make sure you are answering those questions in the question box. Now, so we listen in general and for specific purposes. When you listen in a social setting, you are listening in general to get information or direction. There is a question they normally ask when somebody is in a clubhouse. Can you call? What kind of listening is that? You see, they did not ask you exactly as it. When we say social setting, it could be a clubhouse where it's just in general just for fun. So when you listen in that kind of place, know that you are listening for, sorry, in general, not for a specific. Your listening has to do with you wanting to get something out of what you are listening to. Like you are attending a lecture, you are watching a do-it-yourself video on YouTube. There is a purpose for you to watch, so you are listening for specific purpose. But when there is no purpose attached to it, you are just trekking the marketplace. A is gossiping with B, B is gossiping with C, and everything is just coming. That one, you are just, so, or you are in the club, music is just going boom, 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 boom. All the music you are listening to there, they are all just for fun. So that is, you are listening for a specific purpose. As a student, when you listen to lectures, you are also listening for a specific purpose. So when you listen to get direction, for instance, you are traveling from your state to like Kaduna or anywhere, and you don't know the place before, and when you get there, the place you are trying to lodge or anything, in that kind of situation, you listen with rapt attention. Why? You want from that listening. So that kind of listening is for specific purpose. There is no doubt that listening is an essential skill, but consciously develop in you. Develop if you desire efficiency in your study. It will help you as a student become an active learner, and this will significantly improve your interpersonal and verbal communication skills, which means you you will need to be a good listener in this kind of school that will find you want to succeed. There are no two ways about it. You must be a good, now, you must be a good listener. Now, strategies for efficient listening. Strategies you will need to adopt, or the kind of steps, procedures you will need to kind of put in your listening will be successful. Have you ever felt disturbed after listening to our lecture and still feel like you have gained nothing? Why? Perhaps you have been listening the wrong way. Let us look at some strategies you can adopt while listening. This is not just a course, it is something you must practice on daily basis if you want to succeed in NOU. All those uncertainties, ambiguities that you people are actually expressing in the groups is because you have not studied how to succeed in NOU, and this is a course that will show you how to. Now, the first thing you need to do if you want to listen is to stop talking and pay attention. You want to listen to a lecture, the lecturer is speaking, and you are also gisting with your friend, and you say you are listening. No, that is not listening. The first step towards listening effectively is to stop talking. These are irrelevancies that you will not put your mind in, but they will bring them out as questions. So please note this very well, that the first step towards listening effectively is for you to stop talking. When you enter any lecture, any class, and you want to get the most of that class, stop talking and listen. When someone else is talking, be attentive and prepared to listen. Do not interrupt their speech or try to complete their sentences because you think you know what they want to say. Ideally, you should let the speaker finish, then you can clarify to actually confirm that you have received the actual message they have passed and not what you think should be. It should be. There is a question they used to set from here. It is not a verbatim question. The question used to say that which of the following is an empathy to the speaker or shows empathy to the speaker? So they will put waiting for the speaker to finish talking before you come in. They will put obstructing the speaker when he is talking. They put like different things, but that one is a very obvious question because you will know the answer. When they say you are showing empathy to a speaker, that means you are allowing the speaker to finish everything he or she wants to say. Even though you have some contradictions you want to make, you will not quickly cut in and disturb the progress of the speech. You allow the speaker to finish, then you cut in, you raise up your, maybe you indicate that you have something to say at the end of the speech, not when the speech is going on. So there is a question like that. I don't say I should. Okay, there is still a point like that. Fine, we'll still get there. So the first one is the first law or principle or strategy is stop talking. Stop talking and pay attention. The second one is maintain eye contact with the speaker. When you are listening and you sincerely want to listen to someone or a speech or a lecture, you must maintain eye contact with the speaker. When you are genuinely interested in what someone is saying, you face the person and occasionally make eye contact while they are talking. In addition to this, you nod and smile at appropriate times to let the speaker know that you are following. Like the way we are doing now, it is not possible for you to be maintaining eye contact or whatever. But you see that I'm getting you guys engaged. I'm checking if you guys are following me by posting some questions in the chat box time to time. By posting some questions in the chat box time to time, and then responding to the questions by answering. So the second thing is you maintain eye contact with the speaker. The first one is what? Stop talking. Second one, you maintain eye contact with the speaker. The third one is empathize with the speaker. This is the one I say that you normally ask question on. Empathize with the speaker. You should make the speaker feel free talking to you. You can achieve this when you have an open mind. You should let go of preconceived ideas or particular subject. For the fact that last night, before you came to class, you finished reading all of NOU107, doesn't mean that when somebody is not teaching on it, or your facilitator is teaching on it, they can't be cutting and be showing your oversabi. No, you have to have an open mind. Then, so while you try to understand the speaker, even when you disagree with the speaker, do not jump in. Wait till the end to bring out your disagreement constructively. This is the part I say there is a question they usually ask, that which of the following shows speaker? Which of the following shows empathy with the speaker? They will give you some options, like cutting in when the speaker is still talking, like but the one that is actually the answer is waiting for the speaker to finish talking before you raise your questions. We've talked about 3 strategies now if you want to be a good listener. Strategy number 1, yes, let me hear from you. Stop talking. Thank you. Number 2, maintain eye contact with the speaker. Number 3 is what? Empathize with the speaker. You guys should listen. Don't say somebody have typed what you want to type. Now, number 4 strategy, remove physical and mental distractions. When you want to optimize listening ability, you are encouraged to cast away other infiltrating thoughts and focus on the speaker. For instance, the way we are in class now, some of you are still thinking of what the last class did to you, what the last exam did to you, so you are not happy. So your mind is both divided, you are not able to focus. In that case, there is a mental distraction. Or some of you are in this class now and you are watching football on the TV. Your TV is on, you are watching ball. Some of you are watching Netflix and you are also watching the class. Something is wrong. In that case, you are deceiving yourself, because there is physical barrier there. And then when you engage in your mental distraction, that is thinking of something else while the class is ongoing. So that is all about removal of physical and mental distraction. Then we have the alert to non-verbal cues from in GS 101. If you still remember that course very well and you read it very well, it's just a repetition here. So when you are actually listening, you will notice that the speaker communicates much more through unspoken cues like facial expressions, voice tone, body language, etc. It is important that you understand the motives and the attitude behind a speaker's message. For example, your friend says, "I'm fine, thank you," while wearing a long face and a shrug of the shoulders in response to your inquiry about his well-being. Could that mean that things are not really as fine as should be? You should learn to check non-verbal cues and be alert to non-verbal cues from the speaker. So take notes. That is another thing. You have to take notes. A good listener puts down important points while listening to enable him to remember, summarize, and clarify whatever doubts that may arise. Note taking will reinforce you what you have heard from what would have okay reinforce you what you have heard from what have been said, and as such provide a permanent record that you can refer back to. Okay, let me do something funny the way non normally do their funny thing. I have a very simple question there for you guys. What's the answer? Everybody should contribute. So, types or purposes of listening. As we are now done with strategies, don't forget those strategies, especially what each of them mean. They may not actually ask you to list it or ask you in list, but they will ask questions on the meaning of each of them, especially that empathy with the speaker, and the one of non-verbal cues. You should put them in mind. Types or purposes of listening. As we mentioned earlier, we have listening is an integral part of our daily life as students and as individuals. We as I think if you are lucky that they dwell on this unit, most of your answers tomorrow will be listening. Okay, so we listen for different purposes. As a student, you listen for academic purposes. An example is when you listen to your lecturer teaching. For what you are doing tonight, you are on YouTube for academic purposes. You could also listen to at seminars, workshops, and during class presentations. Now let us look at some other reasons for listening. Types of or purposes of listening. Why do people listen? Why do people listen? And what type of listening do we have? We have this type of listening is the type of listening you are expected to listen attentively to understand the actual message the speaker is delivering. That is active or attentive listening. You are expected to focus on understanding the speaker's words and message accurately, taking in both the verbal and non-verbal cues. Then we have the critical or analytical thinking. Don't forget the first one, active or attentive, which means if tomorrow they ask you that the active listening is also known as dash, it's also known as attentive listening. We have the critical or analytical listening. The critical or analytical listening is a type of listening that involves you listening to be able to evaluate and analyze the message that you receive. So you want to evaluate the speaker's point, message. You listen critically or analytically. So critical listening is also known as analytical listening, while active listening is also known as attentive listening. We have the emphatic or therapeutic listening. Therapeutic or emphatic listening. This type of listening takes place when you listen to provide emotional support to the speaker. Like when the speaker is speaking and you are kind of, when you give your ear to your friends and they want to say something like a story or trying to gist you on something, but you don't want to make them feel like they are not important. So you are actually listening and cheering them up. That is, you are being emphatic with them. Now, the focus of the emphatic or therapeutical listening is to understand the speaker's feelings. So when you see it tomorrow, uh, uh, that which one under the types of listening we have,